Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. Today, I'm going to give you a more detailed walk around of my Ducati Monster 600, just to show you what the bike is like in detail, and also some of the mods and changes I made to the bike to suit my riding. First of all, it's very obvious the front headlights fairing. That is not standard on a Monster 600. I got mine after I got the bike second hand. It's very hard to come by this part because it's a very old bike, and I don't think they are making this part anymore, so you'll be lucky to find a used one. I got mine on eBay. It was black, sort of a grayish black color when it came, so I have repainted to match the color of my bike, and also give a bit of clean of the clear plastic part. Also, we come along the mirrors. These are not the standard mirrors. The bike actually came with bar and mirrors, but I don't really like them because they are quite small in terms of the mirror area, and I just couldn't see very much because I'm a beginner rider, and I like to check my mirrors often, so I like to be aware of what's around me. So I changed those to these squared mirrors. Oh, that looks nice. They're chromed, which I think suits the bike. Because after all, it is a almost 30 years old bike, and bit of a chrome will add a bit of a classic or heritage feel to it. Next, the levers. These are aftermarket connect lever. When I first got the bike, it's on the original levers, and because I have small hands, and the clutch lever is not adjustable, so they're a bit too far for me to grab, so I changed these to the adjustable ones, just to bring the lever closer to my hand, my fingers, so I can easily grab them, and they feel better because they're thicker than the original one, so they feel a bit better to use. Next is a standard Speedo, not very much. It's everyone knows that early Monster will have a round white-faced Speedo, and then these 8 squares warning light. That's my dash cam, which I've just mounted to the handlebar. It's fixed there. So when I'm riding, I'll fit a tank bag on the tank, and then I have a battery in there. They'll hook to the cam to provide the power, so I don't have to run it down through a USB or 12 volt charge or something. I used to have one here, but since then I realized that there might be some power drain to the battery, so I decided to not use that and instead use a battery. And that's the voltmeter I fitted to the bike. It's wired to the battery, so it's showing the voltage of the battery constantly. I've just charged the battery, so it's reading 13 volts now, so it's fully charged. And when I'm riding the bike at speed, this will show 14.3 or 4. That's just the normal charging voltage of the alternator of the bike. Coming back, yep, that's what the bike looks like. It is a nice bike. The shape is classic and iconic. You will never feel that okay, it is outdated, or it's like okay, I don't like the styling. It's just that design that is simple and timeless. As you can see, a trellis frame, that a V-twin or L-twin engine, air cooled, that gives a lot of heat, especially in summer around the hip and the leg area. You can really feel the heat coming out when you're going slow or stopping traffic. That's the connector for the battery charger. So I wired mine to the battery. It's easier for me to hook the charger up every time. I don't have to lift up the tank and use the clamps. And this tank, they have a bit of a bad reputation. The 600 has a metal tank, which is good, because I think some of the 900 and the later models has a plastic tank which swells, and then you have some problems with that. But because this tank can be lifted up and it's folding on this hinge just underneath there, and that hinge is not a very strong hinge, so that's a known weak point for this tank. And if you have a lot of fuel in the tank, it is not recommended to lift the tank up and support it on its own weight. I'll support its own weight on that hinge, because they are known to break that hinge, the connecting, the welding bit between the hinge and the tank, and that can lead to fuel leakage from the tank. Coming towards the back, mine comes with the Terminoni exhaust. These are carbon fiber ones, which is a bonus, because I think they do cost close to $2,000 if you want a pair new. The used ones will be still in a used one in good condition will be still close to $1,000. or at least $700 range. They sound amazing, and they look nice because it's a more oval shaped, so it's narrower, and the original exhaust is a round pipe, and that actually sticks out quite a bit, and people have problems if they lean the bike too much in the corners. That will scrape on the ground, and also if you're unlucky to drop the bike, that will definitely hit the ground. With this exhaust, as you can see, I just put my rear footpack out, and that's actually sticking out wider than the exhaust. So if I drop my bike, that will hit the ground first, and hopefully that will protect the exhaust. Mine has a pillion seat cover, and that's the luggage rack I made by myself, just to carry some small bags when I'm going out on a slightly longer ride, so I can bring in a water bottle, some snacks or lunch, and a few spare parts and tools like spark plugs and bulbs. So if I break down on the road, I can do some simple repair, and it might get going again. This thing, now the bike has a tail top, so basically the rear fender has been completely removed. That is a Bluetooth remote controlled bicycle light. I put it on there. You can see I can turn it on, and I have the control up here. So as you can see, you can light up. It also has turn signals on it. So I put that on because yeah, it's an old bike. It has no hazer light, the double flasher, and the bike had a short circuit once while I was riding on the road. So basically all electrical power cut out. I was just sitting in the middle of the road. Lucky I just made a left turn and on the side of the road, so I could just quickly move off the road to the onto the pedestrian path. But that was a scary experience. I mean, with no lights, no indicators, nothing. I was basically just sitting stuck to be hit. So after that, I got that remote control light. So in case if that short circuit happened again, at least I have some light at the back to warn others that I'm there. Another modification I did is this. It's basically a spring with two hooks. So one end hook onto the belly pan, and the other end just hook onto the side stand. Because this bike have this kind of stupid side stand design. So as long as you tilt the bike from its resting position, the side stand will just kick up itself straight away, and it doesn't need a lot of movement or tilt to for that stand to kick up. So it is quite unusual and different to pretty much all the other bikes you see now, which when you put the stand down, it will stay down until you kick it up yourself. So that is a a point that if you are not used to it or forget about it, you can easily drop the bike because it's not there. And if you think it's sticking out there and ready to support the bike, and you let it lean back to its position, then it will drop it. There's pretty much no way that you can hold the bike, something close to 200 kilos. Once it wants to go, it will go. There's no way you can hold it up. So I put that on. So every time when I park the motorcycle, I just hook the spring on. And now if I tilt the bike up, as you can see, it stays in place. It doesn't go back. So I can put it back on the stand. It just means that I have to put the spring hook on every time I park, and then every time before I start riding I have to remove that hook. But it is a safety feature that worth considering if you are considering buying one of these, or if you have one of these, and that side stand is a bit of a headache for you. This could be one of the solution. What else? Yes, this. That's just a throttle aid. So when I'm cruising at relatively constant speed, I can just press my hand on there, and that will hold the throttle in position, so I don't have to grab onto it all the time. So I can just stretch my fingers so to get some much needed blood flow to them. What else? Oh yes, on my mirrors I have these stuck on little mirrors. So the reason I have those is when I'm riding at speed, I'll start to tuck in a little bit just to get out of the wind. And you probably know that these mirrors are fixed, and it's a bit of a hassle to change that constantly just to suit your body position. So I have this on both sides as well. So basically I can set them at 2 different angles. So when I'm riding normally, I don't tuck in, I use the whole mirror. And when I tuck in, I can just look through a small mirror. And also, yes, mine has the bar riser, because I'm not a big guy, and I found the handlebar a bit low for me, so I have to constantly I'm leaning forward to reach them. So this will bring them up closer to me, so I don't have to rest my whole body on my arm and wrist all the time. That's about it, I think. It's the